ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are discussing from chapter 2 and we were discussing verse number 52. Chapter 2, verse 52. So in this particular verse, Lord Krishna is telling, Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyatitarishyati yada gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. When your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard. Means when one's intelligence is clear off from all kinds of material conceptions, materialistic ideas, material concept of life, then he will become indifferent to anything material heard and anything material to be heard. Even in some portion of the Vedic literature also only provide an idea how to advance materially. The material conception has been also mentioned in Vedic literature. So such a devotee, he even surpasses those Vedic injunctions, those Vedic ritualistic activities, which are necessary to be executed by a person who is materially contaminated in order to get purified. But uh, but a devotee who is already purified of all material misconceptions, she doesn't require to follow those Vedic injunctions. So he can just say goodbye to all those Vedic ritualistic injunctions and rituals which are meant, which which he used to do earlier, which are meant to uh, make a person get purified from material contamination. But when one is already situated in transcendental platform, then he no longer requires those things. Rather, he can just focus completely 24 by 7 on Krishna consciousness. So this is what is the meaning of this verse. So there are many good examples in the lives of the great devotees of the Lord, of those who became indifferent to the rituals of the Vedas simply by devotional service to the Lord. Simply by performing devotional service to the Lord, there are many great devotees who could say goodbye to all other kinds of means not only sinful, impious activities, but also pious activities. There are many people who are attached to Vedic injunctions, who become attached to Vedic injunctions. They follow the Vedas, these principles of religion, ritualistic things. So they are able to say goodbye to sinful activities. So it's not so wonderful. Of course, in this age, this is also wonderful. If somebody can say goodbye to sinful activities, give up sinful activities, but it is not so wonderful also because anybody who can uh, who can just execute some of the injunctions of the Vedas become attached to following any religious path. If anybody who becomes attached to following any religious path, over the period of time, he becomes free from sinful tendencies. Not tendencies, but at least he doesn't perform sinful activities. But in order to become free from following the ritualistic way of Vedic injunctions, one has to surpass and come to the transcendental platform of loving Krishna and become fully Krishna conscious. Only a person, only a devotee who has thus uh, who has thus established himself completely on the platform of pure Krishna consciousness, only he can give up performing not only sinful activities but so-called pious activities also. He is no more attached to the ritualistic performance of Vedic literatures. He is no more attached to following the dharma at material level. He is no more attached to any kinds of duties which Vedic literatures recommend, which must be done in order to progress in life. Uh, Disobedience of which one may, one will, not may, one will get sinful reaction and will have to suffer in hellish planets. So these dharma, occupational duties, as far as body is concerned, everyone has many kinds of occupational duties to be performed, dharma, known as dharma. Just like dharma towards country, dharma towards living entities, dharma towards parents, dharma towards demigods, dharma duties towards previous sages, and so many like this. This is a big list. So, one who doesn't complete his duties towards all these people, so he gets the sinful reaction and he has to suffer in hellish planet. One who is a pious soul, he performs all these duties in order to become more pious, in order to get promoted to heavenly planets. And so he is very much attached in following those things. But a pure devotee who is fully Krishna conscious, he can give up this also and become fully attached to serving Krishna only. So, regarding this, when a person factually understands Krishna and his relationship with Krishna, he naturally becomes completely indifferent to the rituals of fruitive activities. So, when a person who can understand Krishna in tattvata, in truth, factually, one who can understand Krishna and his relationship with Krishna in tattva, and he doesn't have to do it artificially. He naturally becomes uh, completely indifferent to all other kinds of dharma, duties, rituals, or fruitive activities. Even though an experienced Brahmana, Sri Madhvendra Puri, a great devotee and acharya in the line of devotees, says, Sandhya Vandana Bhadramastu Bhavato Vo Snana Tubhyam Namo O Deva Pitarasya Tarapana Vido Naham Kshama Kshamyatam Yatra Kwapi Nishatya Yadava Kulottamasya Skam Shattusha Smaram Smaram Magham Harami Tadalam Manne Kimanne Name. O my prayers three times a day, all glory to you. Sandhya Vandanam, Gayatri. Brahmanas are supposed to do Gayatri in three sandhyas. Sandhya means junction. Day, day and night sandhya. When night ends and day begins, and then the daytime raises up to maximum, and when it goes to decline afternoon. 12 noon is second sandhya. Morning 6:30 is first sandhya, and 12 noon is second sandhya, and evening 6 o'clock 6:30 third sandhya. So in these three sandhyas, those who are Brahman initiated, just like we also do, in these three sandhyas, Gayatri Japa. So these are very important duty a Brahmana must do. If a Brahmana, he forgets to perform this three sandhya, even for 3 consecutive days, then he is no more Brahman. His Brahmanical ship is terminated. लाइसेंस उसका एक्सपायर कर देगा. He has to again renew the license by again taking initiation, undergoing all the this reformative method and reinitiation. Then again he can become Brahman and start that. So in India there are many so-called Brahmins. They never chant Gayatri. बस जनेऊ पहन के घूमते रहते हैं. व्हाट इज द यूज? फालतू बर्डन क्यों लिया है भाई? निकाल के फेंक देना चाहिए. नो यूज. If somebody is not chanting Gayatri 3 times a day, so there is no use of being a Brahman. He is not actually a Brahman. Not only this, this is one thing. There are others also. A Brahman must worship Saligram Shiva, Narayan. He must worship Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, or Saligram Shiva. Then he is Brahman. A Brahmana must offer sattvic food to the Lord, perform archery. A Brahmana must study Vedic literature and teach it to others. A Brahmana must worship and teach the method of worship to others. And Brahmana must accept charity and give charity. These six acts, karma has to be performed by a Brahmana. Then he is called as Brahmana. And apart from this, these are activities. And apart from this, there are qualities also. Samadhama, titikshava. A Brahmana must be able to control his mind and senses fully, full control over mind and senses. And he must be tolerant and he must be fully peaceful, satisfied whatever comes by the mercy of the Lord. He cannot be greedy. A Brahmana who is a greedy, he is not a Brahman. He loses his Brahmanical qualification, so he is not a Brahman. So like this, there are many things which determines that who is a Brahmana. So practically, that's why in the scriptures it is said that practically in Kali Yuga nobody is a Brahman. Even those who are taking birth in this Brahminical caste, and there are few who follow also this their Brahminical duties, but it's still because they lack in qualities, all the qualities, and because they do not completely perform all the activities of Brahmana, they cannot be accepted as pure Brahman. That's why such Brahmanas cannot perform any yajna. Yajna has to be performed by a completely well qualified Brahman. Sarva guna sampanna, sarva karma sampanna, sarva guna and karma sampanna Brahmana is yogya for performing yajna. That's why in Kali Yuga, it is forbidden that nobody can perform yajna or this, especially this yajna, killing yajna, go vada, go, go, go yajna, ashwamedh yajna, like this. So no killing, nobody. If a Brahman, so-called Brahman of this age, if they perform yajna and in the during their performance, if they sacrifice an animal, they get the heavy reaction. They have to go to hellish planet because they are not qualified. That's why the only qualification for this age is that one must become devotee of Krishna, chant all the time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In this way, gradually his heart will become completely cleansed of all material contamination and he will rise to the perfect platform of Vaishnava. So anyway, but those who actually reach to the perfect platform of Vaishnavism, they can even give up all these duties of Brahmana. What to speak of other duties? Just see. So, Srila Madhavendra Puri, he says, "Oh my prayers 3 times a day, all glory to you." Oh my prayers, बंद करना है. Oh my prayer, नहीं नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा. रुको रुको. So, oh my prayers 3 times a day, all glory to you. So, Madhavendra Puri says, "Oh Sandhya Vandanam, all glories to you. I offer my respectful obeisances to you, but I cannot serve you now. Why? Because when he was just chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So 24 hours he's just chanting and remembering Krishna. So when the time for chanting the Sandhya Vandanam comes, so it is just a disturbances. Because according to strict rule of chanting Gayatri, there are many strict rules. One has to take bath, then one has to perform Ashmanam, and then so many different things we don't even know right now. अभी तो in ISKCON we just sit down anywhere and looking at the Lord, we just perform Gayatri. ऐसे कर लिया और Gayatri कर लिया. Well, this is not, as per strict rules, this is not proper. But because we are in Bhagavad Marg, Bhagavad Marg means following the principles of Shravanam Kirtana, which is more important. And more or less, we are always either engaged in chanting or preaching. So that's why uh, we just do it as minimum required. But according to, if you go to South Indian Brahman, they do it very strictly. They take nice bath, then they sit down, they perform ashmanam, complete ashmanam, and then there are before starting to chant Sandhya Vandanam, they recite many Vedic mantras, then they start. So almost it takes half an hour, 45 minutes, and 1 hour also for performing one Sandhya Vandanam. So when a devotee who is situated in highest platform of remembering Krishna all the time, for him to just deviate his attention for doing these rituals so that he can become purified and come to the level of mode of goodness so that he can chant Gayatri and remember Krishna. But because he's already beyond mode of goodness, yes, he's already remembering Krishna all the time. So for him, there is no need to do this. But we cannot give up, right? So that's why Sandhya Vandanam Bhadramastu. You are very auspicious, are actually very auspicious because a person who is situated in mode of ignorance and passion by Sandhya Vandanam, one who very nicely undergoes the initiation process, second initiation, Brahman initiation. So gradually he becomes free from this mode of ignorance and passion, comes to the level of mode of goodness where he can remember Krishna very nicely. So इसलिए संध्या वंदनम भद्रम अस्तु, very auspicious, you are very auspicious. But I cannot follow. Why? This is my prayers 3 times a day. All glory to you. Second, O bathing, I offer my obeisances unto you. कभी तीर्थ में गए, धाम में गए, तो सब लोग गमछा लगा लगा के आ जाते हैं, चलो स्नान करेंगे. बट अ डिवोटी हु इज कॉन्स्टेंटली चैंटिंग हरे कृष्णा, he will sit at the bank of the Ganges and दंडवत प्रणाम करेगा, आचमन थोड़ा सा कर लेगा, बोलेगा ओ बेदिंग आई ऑफर माय ओबेसेंसेस अनटू यू. आपको पूरा प्रणाम है. क्यों? क्योंकि माला छोड़ करके, गमछा पहन करके जाना, फिर आना, फिर तैयार होना, फिर तिलक लगाना, उसमें बहुत झंझट का टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करेगा? इज ऑलरेडी चैंटिंग. So nothing wrong in this. इसलिए वो बोल रहे रॉन्ग नहीं, गलत नहीं है ये. दिस इज नॉट रॉन्ग. आई ऑफर माई ओबेसेंसेस. दिस इज परफेक्ट, गुड. ये ठीक है. स्नान करना, दैट्स ओके. संध्या वंदनम, दैट्स ओके. ओ डेमी गॉड्स, ओ फॉर फादर्स, यू आर ऑल ग्रेट, वर्शिपिंग यू, नथिंग रॉन्ग. बट अपना अपना प्रॉब्लम बताएंगे आगे. आई ऑफर ओबेसेंसेस टू यू, ओ डेमी गॉड्स, ओ फॉर फादर्स, प्लीज एक्सक्यूज मी फॉर माई इनेबिलिटी टू ऑफर यू माई रिस्पेक्ट्स. प्लीज फॉरगिव मी. No longer I'm worshiping you. No longer I'm visiting your temples. So please forgive me. Nothing wrong in that. Visiting you and offering obeisances, offering worship, nothing wrong in that. But I am unable to do it. So for this, please excuse me. I still offer you respect. Now, wherever I sit, I can remember the great descendant of Yadu dynasty, Krishna, the enemy of comes, and thereby I can free myself from all sinful bondage. I think this is sufficient for me. So now, wherever I am, I can simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare all the time. And in this way, I can free myself from all sinful bondage. All the purposes are solved by simply chanting the holy name of Krishna, by doing all these things. Sandhya Vandanam, taking bath, and worshipping demigods, worshipping forefathers, all these ritualistic things. By doing all these things, the purpose is to get attached to the service for the service of the lotus feet of Krishna. And I'm already engaged in serving Krishna by chanting his holy name. So I think I respect everyone, everyone's opinion, everything, but I cannot do. Uh, So that's why sometimes when devotees say, I don't usually go out of the temple here and there. अभी महाकुंभ आया था. प्रभु, after 144 years, Mahakumbh has come. You should go. Why should be your, why should be your so, you should be so fanatic? नहीं जाना है, बस इधर ही रहना है. नहीं, you should go. बोला नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. पूरा प्रणाम है. महाकुंभ, महाकुंभ की जय हो. पूरा प्रणाम है. such a glorious, nothing wrong in that. Glorious, it is glorious. But by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I'm already engaged in serving God Nitya. Every day I'm getting the opportunity to serve. Every day I'm getting to chant the holy name constantly. And every day I'm getting the opportunity to preach. So what else is required? So why should I get distracted in doing something uh, जिसका रिजल्ट है कि यहाँ तक the result of doing all these things, the result of going to all the tirthas, all the holy places, all taking baths, everything, is that the final end result is that you get attached to serving the Lord Lotus feet. So if you are already getting the opportunity to serve the Lord, then what is required? So we don't even require to go to Dham also, just for our sake. That okay, just थोड़ा सा घूम के आते हैं, नाम अलग अलग लीला स्थलीय दर्शन करके आते हैं. ओके दैट्स गुड, बहुत अच्छा है, नथिंग रॉन्ग इन दिस. और ये दैट वो जो है धाम विजिट, वो ये रिचुअलिस्टिक चीज में नहीं आता है, वैदिक रिचुअलिस्टिक में नहीं आता. दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ डिवोशनल सर्विस. बट अ डिवोटी हु इज attached to serving Krishna in a particular way, he even is not attracted to going and visiting so many places. But nothing wrong in that. Pure devotees can also go. But a devotee who is engaged in serving Krishna, for him, service is more important. Service becomes more important than just going and visiting Dham. But if there is requirement for service, he can go also. And the best service is to preach. For preaching purpose, he can. Just like I have seen in the example of my Guru Maharaj. He visited any tirtha or any dham only for the purpose of preaching, never for himself. He never went that, okay, I have been serving so many years. Let me take relax one week. I will go to Dham Yatra, uh, Badrinath, Dwarka, or so many. Uh, no, he was always prepared to go there where there is service of Srila Prabhupada. That's all. He never got attracted to all anything else. That was that, and that is, and we also learned this thing from him, and it is so glorious. So, but anyway, in the beginning, we never discourage anyone. One should go to Dham Yatra, but one must go in the association of devotees, otherwise he'll not get the complete benefit. So, Madhven Puri, in this way, he is telling, thereby I can free myself from all sinful bondage. I think this is sufficient for me. Madhven Puri was also traveling all over the world, but he was not traveling all the tirthas, dhamas with the purpose of sightseeing or with the purpose of getting some benefit after visiting these places. He was just yadrichaya, out of his own accord. He did not have any fixed ashram, a fixed place of residence. He was just moving around all over the all over India, but he was constantly just chanting Hare Krishna. He went to when he reached Vrindavan. He went to Govardhan. He did a parikrama, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After completing parikrama, he sat down underneath a tree near Govindakund. And there also he was just constantly chanting, never demanding for anything, not even for eating and drinking. He was just chanting, 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 chanting. Krishna himself came. Baba, you are thirsty, hungry. Please drink this milk. Uh, how do you know? He said that our ladies, our mothers in our village, they told, they came to take water from this Govind Kund and they saw you and you appeared to them very tired. So they sent me uh, that you go and that Baba is sitting and give him this milk to drink. So that's why I have come. In our village, the rule is nobody can go hungry and thirsty. We feed everyone. So Baba, okay, thank you very much. He took and drank the milk. He said, I'll come back and I'll take the this pot of milk. So the Baba was waiting, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was waiting, but the boy never came. And waiting, waiting, he was chanting, chanting, and he got some sleep. Little sleep he got because he was tired after doing parikrama. So as soon as he got uh, sleep, and he in the dream that most enchanting boy Gopal, he came in the dream, and He revealed his identity. Baba, I was waiting for you from so many years. You came so late. Okay, no, never mind. At least you came. हाँ, देर आया दुरुस्त आया. At least you came. Now I'm feeling so much hot. My body is burning. Please take me out from this place. Where? That boy, he took Baba, catching the hand of Baba, he took him near some bushes and showed them that you dig this place and you take me out. So immediately when his sleep broke, he called all some of the villagers and told about this dream, and they came and then they digged that place, and the very beautiful form of Sri Gopalji, Srinathji came out, and he established his worship, and then so many different things. And this is different lila, but important point is in this way, Madhvendra Puri he was simply attached in chanting and remembering Krishna all the time, nothing. So Vedic rites and rituals are imperative for neophytes. Imperative means this is very important for neophytes. Comprehending all kinds of prayers 3 times a day, taking a bath early in the morning, offering respects to the forefathers, etc. But when one is fully Krishna consciousness, when one is fully in Krishna consciousness and is engaged in his transcendental loving service, one becomes indifferent to all these regulatory principles because he has already attained perfection. If one can reach the platform of understanding by service to the Supreme Lord Krishna, he has no longer to execute different types of penances and sacrifices I recommend in the revealed scriptures. So, who is very fortunate, who has attained the perfection? One who can understand this, that simply by serving Krishna, he is no longer to execute any kinds of penances, sacrifices, and ritualistic things of mentioned in the Vedas. That means one, after getting the opportunity to serve the Lord, if one can become just satisfied doing this, and he can just go on doing this service without any expectation, without any motivation, and he can just go on doing this is eternally, then he has attained perfectional stage. There's nothing else to be attained by. There's nothing else remaining for him to attain, for which he has to go somewhere and do something and get not required. So, and similarly, if one has not understood that the purpose of the Vedas is to reach Krishna and simply engages in the rituals, etc., then he is uselessly wasting time in such engagement. On the other hand, if a person who doesn't understand the purpose of these Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, Vedic rituals, and all kinds of paths of dharma, religion, is to ultimately reach to Krishna. If one doesn't understand this, or if one is not doing all those things with this objective in his mind, then he is uselessly wasting his time in such endeavors. There is no use. Aradhito yadi hari tapasa tata. Naradhito yadi hari tapasa. What is this? If somebody is actually serving Krishna, what is the use of this so-called tapasya? And if somebody doesn't even understand that goal of all performing all tapasya is to worship Krishna, serve Krishna, fully surrender to Krishna, then what is the use of doing all those things? It's just like if a student uh, who is campus placed, he got the job, he got nice job, desired job, desirable job. So what is the use of further study? But if somebody is not inclined to take up a job, then what is the use of taking training for doing job? It's useless. I just gave this example, but this example may not be fully appropriate because there are other purposes also why a student may study. But Vedic study or Vedic ritualistic things, there is only one purpose. Vedyasya sarve ahameva vedyo, Krishna says. Only Krishna has to be known. Only Krishna has to be served after doing all the Vedic engagement. But if somebody doesn't understand this, so he's uselessly wasting his time in such engagements. Better, he should just sit down and consult a sadhu, saintly person, and understand what I'm supposed to do and what I'm doing. What is of this? Please tell me. Then he should go forward. But because most of the population in this world, they have animalistic intelligence, so they cannot understand these things. They cannot ask these things. They just go on doing भेड़ चाल बोलते हैं ना, भेड़ चाल। तो भेड़ चाल करते जाते, नेवर अ क्वेश्चन arises in their mind, why I'm doing this, what I'm supposed to get। कभी क्वेश्चन ही नहीं आता है कि मैं कर क्यों रहा हूँ, इतना सारा एलोबरेट अरेंजमेंट धर्म के नाम पे किया जा रहा है। व्हाट इज द पर्पस, राम से क्या करना है? So persons in Krishna consciousness transcend the limit of the Brahma or the range of the Vedas and Krishna. So they go beyond Vedas and Krishna. That's why it is said, Shrotavyasya Shrutasya Cha Yada Te Moha Kalilam Buddhir Vyatitarishati Yada Gantasi Nirvedam Shrotavyasya Shubhasya Cha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Is there any question you can ask? Hare Krishna.